Friends, put your hands together to welcome on stage Quizmaster Big Brain.
Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Big Brain, here at the Tata Crucible Campus Edition for 2021, Dubai. Well, the Middle East version of this quiz has always been an exciting one over the last couple of years. And despite the difficult scenario that we are all part of, it is wonderful that we are getting started here on a digital platform and not missing a Tata Crucible at Dubai. Well, we've had people taking part in far larger numbers this year, courtesy it being digital. And here today, we've got 12 of them who are going to take part in 2 wildcard rounds, from each of which we will select 3 for the Dubai final. For now, with me here today are the first 6 in the first wildcard of our contest for Tata Crucible Campus Edition Dubai. Let me introduce them to you before we get started and before I unveil the rules to all of you. First up in our wildcard here today, representing the New York University from Abu Dhabi, is Ayan Marwaha. Welcome to you, Ayan. Neighboring him as our second finalist from the SP Jain School of Global Management is Shrey Dwivedi. Welcome, Shrey. Neighboring him from the BITS Pilani's Dubai campus is Advait. Welcome, Advait, to our final. As our fourth contender, also from the BITS Pilani Dubai campus, is Harshiv. Welcome to you. Neighboring him from the Amity University Dubai campus, a student of journalism, is Hani Jamal. Welcome to you. And completing our lineup here today, a commerce student from the Amity University Dubai, Alicia Menezes. Welcome to you. Those then, ladies and gentlemen, are 6 finalists here in the first wildcard. +1 if you get it right, -1 if you get it wrong. Remember, the best 3 will qualify into the final, so it's not about winning. Time for us to get started with the Dubai wildcard here today. All hands on the buzzer. Nothing appears on your screen. You're allowed to stop me while I'm reading the question. 3 of you will qualify, starting with the first one. Hands on that buzzer. It's a famous outlet that you would find across Dubai. It gets its name from the timings that it is open, normally closing at 11 p.m. Which famous set of outlets that you would find, small stores across the whole place, are we talking about? The name of the outlets comes from its timings. Shrey. Go ahead, Shrey.
7-Eleven.
Again?
7-Eleven.
Is perfectly correct. 7-Eleven is from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and he gets the first 1 pointer. As we go to the next one. Which country is the brand Adidas originally from? Hani has gone for it.
Germany.
Is correct. +1. He gets a perfect +1 on that as we go to the next one. After its pencil business was destroyed by the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923, the company relocated itself to Osaka and started designing Japan's first radio sets. Which great company are we talking about? Advait.
Is it Sony?
No, he'll get a -1 on that. I said pencil business, hence the name. The name is Sharp Electronics. All they gave you was sharp pencils. Well, sometimes life can be simple. He gets a -1 as we go to the fourth one. Big Brown, The Untold Story of Dash, is a book about a great brand that you find often on every possible street in the United States. A giant in the logistics space. Hani Jamal, go ahead.
Sorry, it was Starbucks?
Is a -1 to you. The answer for the Big Brown is UPS, known for their big brown trucks? Well, he got a one, lost one, so the battle's going to be alive as we go to the next one. Interesting question, careful. Who owns Costa Coffee? It's a huge brand outside of it. It's owned by a very large beverage company. Costa is owned by a beverage giant in the world. Very few know who owns Costa. Shrey's giving it a try. Go ahead, Shrey.
Sir, is it Coca-Cola?
Shrey will get one more. He's on +2 and he's looking good to go into the final. Coca-Cola is absolutely right. With 5 questions done, +2 is a good score to be on, given that no one else is on a positive. Question 6. Who says we try harder because we are number 2? In the rental business of automobiles or cars, who are we talking about? We try harder is a very famous line from them because we are number 2 and therefore we try to impress you by trying harder. Nobody on the buzzer. 5 seconds of time lapsing. The answer is Avis Rent a Car. Well, Avis's punchline is we try harder because they are number 2. Question number 7. It's getting tense here. Here's the next one. Which famous brand gets its name from peer-to-peer networks in the sky? Hani has gone for it.
Skype.
Perfect. +1 again. He got one, lost one, one more. I think he'll play it carefully because 3 questions to go. +1 is kind of good score to be on. Shrey will be very careful. 3 questions. He won't want to lose that position, but then you never know. Here's the next one. Larry Ellison is the founder. Hani has gone for it.
Oracle.
Yes.
Oracle.
+1. Extremely well played. That takes him to +2. I think Hani and Shrey are safe. The battle could be for the remaining 4 on who's going to go through. Advait will definitely need to try and get at least one more to get back. 2 questions to go. Carrot cake, Valentine lava, conversations, springtime are all kisses from which brand? Hani Jamal, again.
Hershey's.
Is correct. Oh, he goes into the final with a +3. And I think the 2 of them will now let the remaining 4 to battle out the last question for sure. He says, no, I won't let them. All right, fair enough. If you know it, you're entitled to press the buzzer. No harm on that. But the others would just be happy if you let them press. Anyway, we've got enough tiebreaker questions. Here's the next one. Co-founded by Akio Morita. Hani Jamal?
Sony.
+1. With +4, he's tearing his way into the Dubai final. Shrey on +2 goes through. We've got a tiebreaker between Ayan, Harshiv, and Alisha. One of the 3 will go through. Advait missing out. And here is your tiebreaker question. All right. What in the modern world is sweat working? Where would you go for sweat working as a form of networking? Ayan.
It's basically networking and working at the gym.
It's networking and working at gyms. Can you explain that a little more?
Yeah, it's like you combine physical fitness with your work so that you're fit and you're productive, and you're also like meeting people professionally that are beneficial for you.
Well, today, like the world of golf, high-profile gymming and expensive gyms have actually become places where you network more than just focus just on fitness. So sweat working is a new form of networking. Ayan will go into the Dubai final with that answer. So ladies and gentlemen, 3 of them going through into the final. Alisha missing out, Harshiv missing out, Advait in a hurry missing out, Hani going through in an emphatic manner, Shrey playing as much as what was required, Ayan going through from the tiebreaker. Those then the 3 of them, as we will come back to you on the other side with the second wildcard. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends, you're with me, Pig Brain, here today, yet again, on Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2021, the Dubai edition. Before we move any further, after that fascinating first wildcard, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the next 6, out of whom 3 more will go through to the Dubai final of 2021. But first, let's introduce ourselves to the 6 contenders here in the second wildcard before we progress any further. On stage with me here today as our first finalist from the Heriot-Watt University of Dubai, representing them is Jayashree Jairam. Welcome to you, Jayashree. You could have a quick wave. Yeah, thank you. Neighboring Jayashree as our second contender here today from Amity University, Dubai, is Ashish. Welcome to you. As our third contestant here today, representing the SP Jain School of Global Management, is Adarsh. Welcome, Adarsh. As our next contender here from the BITS Pilani Dubai campus is Azhar. Welcome to you. Neighboring Azhar, also from BITS Pilani's Dubai campus, is Nikshita Sarangi. Welcome to you. And completing our lineup, well, 3 of them from the same campus, BITS Pilani, is Hardik Bhatia. Welcome to you. Those then, ladies and gentlemen, are 6 contenders here in the second wildcard, 3 of whom will qualify into the Dubai final. +1 if they get an answer right, -1 if they get it wrong. 10 questions separates them from being in the Dubai final. If all of you are ready, starting with the first one, hands on the buzzer. Perseverance rover and Ingenuity helicopter drones are part of a mission to which planet? Azhar has gone for it. Yes, Azhar.
Mars.
It's perfectly correct. You'll get the +1. And the first one here today. Second one. It's a huge giant that has grown even more during the pandemic in the world of entertainment. Their simple line is Azhar.
Netflix.
Superb. Well played on that. You'll get another +1. Massive growth. You're always just 1 story away. +2 to Azhar. He's starting well. Question number 3. The world has become so familiar with N95 masks. Why is it called N95 and not 90 or 94 or 99? Why N95? Azhar.
Offers 95% protection.
Superb. Absolutely well played. It blocks, or rather, it filters 95% air particles, which is the protection that it provides. Well played. Question number 4. Azhar on 3, and the others will slowly start catching up. He looks very good because 3 on 3 is a good score. What Azhar will be asking himself or telling himself is it a score from where I can really finish 4th? If the answer is no, he'll know when to slow down. Question 4. Canopy is a digital news service. It was acquired in the year 2020. Who acquired it? CNN or BBC? Hardik's giving it a shot.
CNN.
Perfectly correct. +1. Hardik on 1. Azhar on 3. Question number 5. If Adi Dassler started Adidas, what did his brother Rudy Dassler give the world? Azhar again.
Puma.
Absolutely correct. Adidas and Puma are 2 wonderful brands in this world from 2 brothers. Well, I've always believed it's good when you create your own competition. Question number 6. Everyone today in the world knows what a PPE kit is. What does PPE stand for? Ashish.
Personal protective equipment.
Perfect. He'll get that right and he'll get a +1. Question number 7. Here we go. Soul is a 2020 movie. It's a musical journey through life, death, and life again. Which great company produced it? Adarsh.
Pixar.
+1. So he's on to the +1 bandwagon. Azhar, I think, is now going to just sit down and watch the game. 3 questions to go. And I think it's pretty much a battle between the rest of them to get the remaining 2 slots. Question number 8. James Tyklet is one of the leaders of an American company known for their work in aerospace and defense. His predecessor was Marlon Hewson. Which great company in aerospace and defense are we talking about? Is it Bombardier or Lockheed Martin? Nikshita is giving it a shot.
Lockheed Martin.
Perfect, +1. Oh, we are having a complicated wild card here. 4 of them on +1. 2 questions to go. Superb quizzing. Here's the next one. Project Titan is the name of a car project by which great company known for its innovation? Adarsh.
Tesla.
-1. The answer is Apple. Apple is getting into the world of cars. He took a negative. Final question. 3 of them on +1. So that could end up in a tiebreaker. Azhar certainly is going to be relaxing. And he seems to be dancing already. So that's perfectly fine. Well, final question. Here we go. It was a documentary created in 1969. No one expected a documentary to run like a film. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee was a very famous documentary on the life of which legend? Ashish is giving it a shot.
Muhammad Ali.
From Amity University, Ashish and Azhar are in the final. We're going to have a tiebreaker between 2 of them, and the 2 of them are Nikshita and Hardik, both from BITS Pilani's Dubai campus. One of them will qualify. Azhar has made it in style. Ashish getting through on the last question. As we go to our first tiebreaker question, whoever gets it right will go through. If you get it wrong, the other automatically goes through. So keep that in mind. That's extremely important for you to remember. Here we go. Muhammad Yunus gave the world the idea of a Grameen bank. From which country is this Nobel laureate? Muhammad Yunus gave the world the idea of a Grameen bank, Grameen phone. A Nobel laureate. Hardik is taking a chance.
Bangladesh.
Hardik will make it to the final. Oh, Nikshita too slow on that. She's smiling, and that's the spirit one needs to have. So, ladies and gentlemen, in that lovely, exciting wildcard from Dubai, we've got Ashish, Azhar, and Hardik. 2 of them from BITS Pilani, 1 from Amity University, making it to join the other 3. On the other side, we will be back with you with the big final, Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2021, the Dubai final. Till then, just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. You're going to witness an outstanding final. Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pick Brain, here today at yet another finale of Tata Crucible for Campuses, the 2021 edition from Dubai. This 3-country extravaganza of ours, which travels from India to Dubai and to Singapore, has now become an annual activity at Dubai, where the quality and the keenness of the contest has only been rising with every passing year. This year has been no different, except that you've got a huge amount of innovation and a huge amount of will that has really made this event possible, if I should say that. And here today with me, we've got 6 wonderful finalists. I'll introduce them first before we move on to commence this final from Dubai. It's my pleasure and privilege, ladies and gentlemen, after those grueling wildcards, whether you're watching this quiz on the internet or with our telecast partner, ZTV, welcome to all of you as we introduce our first finalist here today from NYU in Abu Dhabi. Qualifying into our final here today is Ayan. Welcome to you, Ayan, into the final. There he is, and Abu Dhabi has been becoming a frequent qualifier and the defending champions, in fact, at Tata Crucible. As our second contestant here today from SP Jain in Dubai, we have with us Shrey. Welcome to you, Shrey. As our third contestant from representing Amity University at Dubai, we have with us Hani Jamal. Welcome to you. As our fourth contender, also from Amity University, we have with us Ashish. Welcome, Ashish. Neighboring Ashish from the neighboring BITS Pilani campus at Dubai, we have with us Azhar. Welcome, Azhar. And completing our lineup here today, also from BITS Pilani, they're always strong contenders in this quiz over the last many years, is Hardik. Welcome to you. Those then, ladies and gentlemen, are 6 finalists for this year's final at Tata Crucible, Dubai. But before we move any further, it is indeed my pleasure and privilege to first introduce to you the man who's literally been the backbone behind the Tata Crucible at Dubai, the force behind this becoming an annual event. It's truly our pleasure and privilege to have with us the resident director for Middle East and North Africa, Tata Sons Private Limited. He's literally been the man who wanted this event there and has ensured that it's happened year on year with his team. And we owe perhaps not a welcome, but a thank you to him for ensuring that this has happened despite the difficult circumstances. But while I introduce him and thank him, I request him to introduce our distinguished guest of honor here today before we commence this final. Over to you, Mr. Sinha.
Thank you very much, Giri, for your very, very kind words. Giri Balabasubramaniam is our quiz master, and he is synonymous with Tata Crucible. And now when I look back, I think we cannot imagine Tata Crucible event without Giri being the quiz master. So friends, we are happy to host the 4th edition of the Tata Crucible Campus Quiz Dubai edition. While we started as Dubai edition, it is now encompassed the entire region, and probably in future we'll have to think of a new name for this campus quiz. We started this edition of the campus quiz in 2017 in a very, very modest way. And I'm happy to announce that this year we have had around 200 participants from 18 universities from UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, despite the pandemic challenges. Tata Crucible is a very important platform for our group because it helps us to connect with our youth. It is important because it helps us to connect with our campuses. And it is important because it helps Tata Group to remain young even after 150 years of its existence. We would have liked this to have a face-to-face contest, and we always wanted that way with auditorium full of audience, but for the pandemic that we have to make this shift, make it a virtual event, and we are very happy that it has been very, very successful. As you know, friends, Crucible is a container where you would have seen it in your schools and colleges, where you put or subject metals or other substances to a very, very high temperature. And the same way, people are tested in Tata Crucible contest. I know it takes a lot of hard work to sharpen your quizzing skills, and I wish all the finalists, 6 finalists, the best of luck in the final. And I'm really, really looking forward to an exciting, gripping contest. But before I log off, I'm very pleased to welcome my very dear friend and today's guest of honor, His Excellency Dr. Aman Puri, Consul General of India to Dubai and Northern Emirates, to bless this event. Dr. Puri, thank you very, very much for sparing your time. Dr. Puri is a member of Indian Foreign Services, having joined IFS in 2003. He is not only young, as you can see him, very well traveled, but he's also, he has a very global outlook with India always at his heart. He had numerous overseas assignments in his not so long foreign service career. And the last one was in Birmingham, UK, as the Consul General of India. And that shows that our CG is really in demand. Dr. Puri has also held several other positions in the Ministry of External Affairs, which include a very important stint as the regional passport officer. So before the quiz starts, I have a quiz question to all six of you. And the question is, why is our dear Consul General called Dr. Puri and not Mr. Puri? Think. Maybe Giri will check your answers and take a call. But here I would also like to thank my colleagues from Tata Sons brand team, and especially my colleague A.R. Suresh Kumar, who is the Vice President of and Head of International Operations of Voltas, for providing support and leadership to this event for the last 4 years. So thank you all. And with this, we are all set to go. And I can only say that good luck to all the finalists. And thank you very, very much. Over to you, Giri, please.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are with Dr. Aman Puri. Well, I let all of you in the audience into that secret if you were raking your brains watching this quiz on why Mr. Sunil Sinha posed that question to all of us. He's actually a qualified dentist. So he's a dentist who then went on to decide that he has to serve the nation and took up an IFS and is today a leading foreign service officer. So ladies and gentlemen, from here the battle lines are going to begin as we start playing Tata Crucible at Dubai. From here, the battle is going to start with the 6 contestants, of whom 3 of them are going to win laurels here today. 1 of them will be crowned the champion. Remember, well, at this moment, of course, we do not know how the international finals will pan out, but we normally take the winner and the runner-up into the international finals. For now, we play the Dubai final and see how it progresses. At this moment, with our 6 finalists, our guests witnessing this lovely extravaganza from a phenomenal city that all of us love traveling to, it is our moment to get started with the rules. 24 questions, 100 the value of a right answer. You get a plus 100 or a minus 100. 5 seconds of time is all the duration that is available to you to answer a question. If you don't answer it, the question lapses in 5 seconds. If you get it wrong, you get a minus 100, so keep that in mind while you buzz. I'll come to the last round where the questions won't appear and you're allowed to strategically choose when you want to answer a question. But for now, time to get started with our big final. It's time, in a world that is so demanding and changing all the time, where today we all want to get swifter, sharper and smarter. As the world looks at it, it's no different for a Tata Crucible. Time for us to begin on the first frontier. Time to get swifter. Here it comes. All questions will appear on your screen. Hands on the buzzer. We've tested your buzzers. We've tested your audios. We're good to go. If you are ready, starting with the first one. All hands on the buzzer. Question on your screen now. His career started at a law firm run by William Prickett. He was a young man, an extremely sharp lawyer. Difficulties and turbulences are plenty in his life. The year 2020 saw him rise in stature from a lawyer to a leader. Hani Jamal is taking first strike. Go on. 5 seconds. Your time is running out. Quick answer. Minus. All right, too much of time on that. He takes a minus. Just not. Minus 100. You can still try and answer. Your time is up though.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders.
Well, he would have still given you a -100. The gentleman on your screen, I could not have started with a better one for 2021 at an international stage like this. On your screen, Joe Biden. Well, Joe Biden started as a young attorney with William Prickett. His career as a law firm intern then went on to become an interesting lawyer and today a world leader. Tough first one, the pressure will be on. Do not buzz if you are not confident. You can't buzz and then start thinking in a format like this. So that's only for your own good. As we go to the next one on your screen, many in the world, due to the extra time they had, subscribed to this philosophy in the last 1 year. It's called the 5 a.m. Club. Here it comes. Which great person? Hani Jamal again. Go ahead.
Robin Sharma.
We'll get him the 100 back. Quick and fast. Many join the 5 a.m. club. Regain your life. Spend an extra hour. Give yourself that morning, is what he says. Robin Sharma will get him back into the game. As we go to the next one on your screens now. This man's career started by laying bricks, polishing coffins, and posing as a model at the Edinburgh Art School. A great actor who the world lost in 2020, at a point in time was also a soccer player. A legend who made a particular role so glamorous and sexy. Who was this great actor? Shrey, go ahead.
Sir, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, the one and only Bond, James Bond. Absolutely
Yes.
right. He'll get himself 100. And as we go to the next one from Sean Connery, great man that the world lost, he was polishing coffins. And that took him to his life. Look at how people have had tough times. On to the next one on your screens now. Pandemic or no pandemic, they were on duty. Hani Jamal.
These are the Vatican, the guards at Vatican. So they work at the Vatican.
Beautifully answered. Beautifully answered. Where are they employed would be the question. And the Vatican is absolutely right. They're known as the Swiss guards. And they guard the Pope and the Vatican. Very well answered for 100. So he's on 100, Shrey is on 100. That's easy for my mental math. But that's only going to get tougher. On to the next one. On your screens, identify the person. Ayan is taking a shot at it. The question's absolutely right. The birth of humankind.
Yuval Noah Harari.
Oh, beautifully answered. He'll get himself 100. Very well played. Clever answer. Sapiens, the birth of humankind, will lead you to Yuval Noah Harari. As we go to the last one on your screens, 3 of them on 100. It's a Dubai final and it's usually a close one. The final one on your screens now. Who purchased customer with a K? Hani Jamal.
Facebook.
100 again. Oh, he's played it well. Early days in our quiz contest here at Tata Crucible Dubai. But if I were to take a quick look at Crucible Quotient, this is really how it is stacking up. Very early days, but here's a first look at the scorecard. Crucible Quotient tells this story. On 200 is Hani, 100 apiece is Shrey and Ayan. Too early to tell. As we move on to the second frontier of our game, it's time to play sharper. Here it comes. The pressure equation of the game will start to change as questions start moving. You've got 12 in the zone, and that will really help you play around with a little bit of risk. For the moment, we're going to start with the first one. Hani ahead, the others behind. All that can change very quickly, and they know that only too well. As we start with the first one, on your screens now. This lady's name is Maria Antoinette. Shrey is taking a shot at it. Go ahead. Five seconds. Oh, he pressed the buzzer thinking it's something else. What was on your mind, Shrey?
Sir, nothing. I thought it was Margaret Thatcher.
Oh. He thought it's a young Margaret Thatcher. Well, This lady is Maria Antoinette, and it was at her wedding that a particular dish was created and is named therefore after Maria. And the question was, what that we all love eating came from her wedding? Anybody by any chance? All right, I think who has? Ian is buzzing, yes?
Yeah, all right.
Not for points. Go on, Ian.
Is it margarita pizza?
No, not the margarita. That's Queen Margarita. Honey
Is
also
it,
seems to have an answer.
Yeah, Mary biscuits.
The Mary biscuit, perfectly correct. Oh, yes. The Margarita pizza is also named after a person, Queen Margarita. And in fact, the colors are of the Italian color. That's why the Margarita pizza has those colors. Well, tough one, a minus. We move on to the next one on your screens now. This lady is believed to be a very cruel, angry lady. And therefore, after her, a famous drink is named. And there are legends about her anger leading to a lot of things. And therefore, the name for the drink, or some would say the cocktail, Shrey.
Bloody Mary cocktail.
The Bloody Mary cocktail will give you a 100. Absolutely well played. Mary, in her anger, was believed to be very bloody, and therefore Bloody Mary. Beautifully answered. These are lovely trivia behind things that all of us hear, see, and witness. He's regaining his 100, and Shrey is on to 100 again. As we go to the next one on your screens, identify the institution from this lady. Azhar is going for it. Careful, there are a lot of clues on your screen.
The ICC?
And would you know who that lady is?
No.
You don't know who the lady
I
is?
The logo just says ICC. Yeah.
The logo
I know
tells
the
you it's
lady.
ICC. You're from Dubai. In Dubai, you should know the ICC. That's Indra Nui, the lady who was behind Pepsi, who is actually now on the board of ICC. A lady who is chairing the Cricket Council of the world, and of course based out of Dubai. So Azhar getting that absolutely right. And he gets to 100 as well. He's quick on the buzzer. We've seen that through the semi-finals. As we go into the next question, on your screens, identify this great lady on a currency note. Here it comes. Azhar is going for it again. Go ahead.
Marie Curie.
Mary Curie. Do you know the country?
Poland.
Lovely. He just about knows everything about it. Absolutely well played. What a lady, a great lady on the currency. And in those days, it wasn't really a practice to have ladies on currency notes. And she was one of the pioneers. Phenomenal personality. As we go to the next one, the quiz is moving at an extremely brisk pace, simply because of the pace at which people are answering. On to the next one on your screens now. Postmates is an American company. Hani Jamal.
It's owned by Uber now.
It's owned by Uber now. He's got it
Yeah.
absolutely right. Oh, his reaction time was just about 2 seconds. As we go to the next one on your screens, identify this brand. It gets its name from a famous goddess, Honey.
Goddess of Victory, Nike.
I'm not too sure if that answer will lead you to victory, but for now, it gets you 100. Beautiful. Oh, I think he took his chances. The winged goddess of victory gives him 100. He's backing himself. I think a couple of them are perhaps half chances, but he is a quizzer like that. He will back himself. He will take his chances. As we go to the next one, for the moment, he's playing well in his count. As we go to the next one on your screens, identify this tourist location. The questions are perfectly correct. Honey again.
Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
How do you say that? You just know her?
That's. I mean, I've been here, but that's Madame Tussauds. It's a common knowledge, I guess.
Sometimes the speed at which he answers, he makes it look like it's an auntie from his neighboring locality. Absolutely perfect. Madame Tussauds. That wasn't as easy a question as one would think. And it's a very rare wax statue of Madame Tussauds herself. That's fascinating. Well, our guest of honor, having come from the UK recently, will know a thing or two about Madame Tussauds for sure. But you don't have to go too far from the Middle East for Madame Tussauds these days. As we move to the next one, hands on the buzzer, question on your screen. Identify a brand from this. The character, Azhar is stopping me. Go ahead, Azhar. Your mic is off, Azhar.
Archie.
Oh, far away. That's still Richie Rich. So he's come far away from his days. And that wasn't my question. The question was about the butler in that screen. And it turns out to be a tough one for him. The famous butler of Richie Rich will lead you to the one and only Cadbury. Cadbury, the butler of Richie Rich, the brand that I was looking for. So Azhar losing 100. He was on 200. I think the pressure is being put by Honey on them. And they're trying to take half chances now. But then we go to the next one on your screens. Why was this pocket introduced by Levi's? Hani Jamal.
For pocket watches.
Explain that to me.
So, I mean, when Levi's initially came out, like at the time, wristwatches weren't as popular, and it was pocket watches that were more popular. So that's why they kept it. Now people assume it's for coins, but it never was.
Well, in those days, people never wore their watches on wrists. They used to actually carry it and keep it in their pockets. Hani Jamal is coming on in this quiz like a tsunami. Someone's got to stop him. He's just racing away. He's on either 500 or 600. We'll tell you where that is as we progress. But for now, he's doing extraordinarily well. I think that's evident, whatever his math is. As we go to the next one, I have a couple more and then I'll try and show you where the contestants stand. As we move to the next one, on your screens, now, what was this campaign for? Ion's giving it a shot. Go ahead. It's more than a ribbon. It unites us. What's the cause?
This is for breast cancer awareness.
Lovely. Lovely. Beautifully answered. One of the regions that really took it up in a very big way was the Middle Eastern region of the world. Very, very good answer. This was campaign against breast cancer. Well answered and a good quality answer. The drive, of course, was by Estee Lauder, which is what the EL in that is. And all the campaigns ran from Middle East to the world around. Two more to go. As we go to the next one, you got to string together from the multiple clues and give me an overall answer. All you get is a couple of visuals on your screen. Careful. Process your thoughts before you push the buzzer. On screen, overall answer is what I want. Here we go. All of this will lead you to the same entity, Honey again.
PepsiCo.
Explain that to me.
So, I mean, it's like all of these are owned by PepsiCo. It's just, yeah.
Gatrode Lipton tea is owned by Pepsi?
Yeah.
Now he's in doubt the way I'm asking him, but he's absolutely
No, but no, I'm not in doubt.
You're
I'm not in doubt.
All right. He says, I'm not in doubt. We will grant him that he's absolutely not in doubt because he is absolutely right. We'll go to the next one. Final one in this frontier. On your screens, overall answer matters. Here we go. Is someone going again? It's Hani. Oh, Ion's kicking himself. I think he was buzzing as well. He was. Yes.
It's Amazon.
Explain that to
Amazon. Me. Washington Post is owned by Jeff Bezos. It's Amazon. Zappos is a product. Zappos and Woot are both brands by Amazon, and I mean that's audible. So that's
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Dubai final where Hani Jaman from Amity University is having a party. But we'll tell you why I make that statement as we take a look at the scorecard. 2 frontiers done. It is unimaginable to see someone playing with the kind of authority that he is today. But look at that scorecard coming up on your screen. Crucible quotient. Oh boy. 800 is massive scoring. Ayan, Shrey, Ashish, Azhar and Hardik. You're going to be telling yourselves at this stage, well, maybe we've run into someone who's going to run away with the title, but there's a second prize and there's a third prize. So you got to be prudent on how you want to play it from here. But for the moment, Hani Jamal looking invincible, if I should use that word with responsibility. We move to the final frontier of our battle here today. It's time for them to outsmart each other. It's time for them to think smarter. Here it comes. on the final frontier, the rules. 100 remains the value of an answer, plus and minus. However, nothing appears on your screen. I read out the questions. You're allowed to stop me when you think you know the answer. In doing so, you're stopping your others from buzzing before you. But the moment you buzz, you're indicating to me that you know the answer, so I stop reading the question the moment you press the buzzer. If you're clear on the rules, nothing on your screens. First one. The 2020 Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to which one of these? The World Food Programme, the Red Cross, or the United Nations? Shrey is going for it.
Sir, I think it is World Food Program.
100 to you. Extremely well played. The World Food Programme has been one of those which has really been a remarkable thing in this world. One of the perhaps, most difficult of problems that the world needs to solve is hunger. And World Food Programme is one of those extraordinary programs which strives to do that. Superb 100, quality 100, as we go to the next one. Workfront, known for its online work management software, was acquired by an American giant, known better for their designing softwares and tools. Azhar.
Canva.
Oh.
It was an error, by the way. I didn't mean to click it. I was scrolling down and then it clicked.
Well, hard luck to you. Once you click, whether it's on ground or online, the rules are the same. Well, he gets a minus 100. The answer that I was looking for is Adobe, or Adobe as some would pronounce it. As we go to the next one, he gets a minus 100. He did not want that minus 100. So that puts Ayan and Shrey in level scores. As we go to the third question, the Audi logo consists of 4 rings interlinked with each other. Hani Jamal.
So the answer is Audi, but answer is Audi.
I said the Audi logo.
It's a I'm so sorry. It's the unification of 4 companies. Okay, it's
minus
no problem.
Minus 100 to you. It represents the 4 founders of Audi. So it's a tribute to each of them, and there were 4 of them who came together. Each of them, of course, an entity at a point in time, the 4 automobile companies. But he went for a wrong one, didn't hear me out, and he just passed. So he lost 100. Well, look at the passion of these quizzers. He's on 800, he loses 100, and he's unhappy about it. Well, that's passion. 3 questions still to go. Here's the next one. Hands on the buzzer. Zoox, Z-O-O-X, is a self-driving car company. Hardik on the buzzer now. Yes, Hardik.
Uber acquired.
Oh, minus 100. Everyone's now taking chances. Well, it's an unlikely company which is trying to get into the car business by acquiring and not trying to create is Amazon. Amazon has interestingly bought out Zoox, and Hardik will get a negative. 2 questions still to go. I tell you what, this game could still tilt in many different ways. All right, here we go. Penultimate question. Let's see who cracks this one. The year 2020 saw a lot of activity in terms of acquisition of companies. Mobify, M-O-B-I-F-Y, was one of those which got acquired by which of these? Apple, Microsoft, or Salesforce? Shrey is taking a chance, I think. Go ahead.
Sir, I think it is Salesforce.
Shrey from SP Jain will get a crucial 100. A crucial 100 to Shrey. Clever tactical move by him. No one wants to leave it to the last question. I think he took a half chance. Normally with quizzers, when they're taking a chance or a guess, the words per minute is slower than it normally is. when they're absolutely sure, they're answering at a pace which is very different. When they're in doubt, they're answering at a slower pace. So the pace of the answer makes me believe he was taking a toss. I just get a feeling he probably was debating between Salesforce and Microsoft. Or he's nodding his head. Well, I've been in this business to take that shot reasonably well, but beautiful 100 to him. He is on 300. Iron is on 200. Hani, without a doubt, is the Middle East champion this year. Well, final question will determine whether Ion's going to brush in for a tiebreaker. And here's the final one. Let's see how it goes. NASA's astronauts, Robert and Douglas, darted themselves towards the International Space Station. It was the first time in human history that they were being sent to the International Space Station in a rather different manner. Which entity, Ion, is taking the chance? Go ahead.
They were sent in a SpaceX Dragon module, like a vehicle manufactured by SpaceX to be sent to space.
So it had nothing to do with government aerospace. They were actually going in a commercial aerospace created by a private entity, so to say. Ion has seen this battle many a times to not give up. He gets 100 on the final one. We'll take a look at Crucible Quotient. What a finale here today. Well, here it comes. On your screen, look at that scorecard. Ion from the New York University, Abu Dhabi, is on 300. Shrey from SP Jain is on 300. One of them is going to finish runner-up, and it's a lot of money. Hani from Amity University, Dubai, is our champion, and he's really played it out in style. 700 is a phenomenal score, clinical in his performance here today. Well, they're clapping for him, and I think they should, the way in which he really played it out. As we are moving into tiebreaker question number 1, Shrey versus Ion. Hands on the buzzer. This company, when they started, decided to identify each of their locations with a dot. They did so for the first 3. Ion's taking a chance.
This is Domino's Pizza. This explains the 3 dots in their logo.
Oh, they started and said every time we open a new location branch, we'll put a dot in the logo. And after they reach the first 3 and they realize they've got too many plans, they realize the logo will look all messy. After the first 3 locations, Domino's said, we're going to be too big to keep putting dots into our logo. We'll stop with the 3. Ion from New York University, Abu Dhabi, is still happy that he finishes runner-up. 310 to Shreya, 300. We'll take a look at that scorecard just to be sure where they finish. Here it is, Crucible Quotient on that tiebreaker. And it's always a quiz that goes into the tiebreaker. Well, he's played the game before. He's played it well today as well. But with 310, he'll still be happy he finishes runner-up. And like I said, well, there's a lot of money involved even for a runner-up and a third prize. And in these conditions, anywhere in the world, any money is good money. Well, all of us understand that extremely well. And Shrey is smiling. He did extraordinarily well to finish with 300. But ladies and gentlemen, what is really important is when you celebrate knowledge and when you bring together youngsters where knowledge is the binding factor, the learning quotient should never stop. And I think one must salute all the educational institutions across the world for ensuring that. Whether it's at a school level or a university level, the learning has not stopped while the buildings have closed. That's the phenomenal thing about education in this world. And perhaps the icing on that cake was Tata Crucible, which says, even learning through entertainment or celebrating knowledge, as we call it, should continue to happen. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, it is indeed a pleasure and privilege for me to now request our guest of honor, His Excellency, the Consul General of India in Dubai, Dr. Raman Puri. I let the cat out of the bag that he is a qualified dentist. And he's certainly a young personality, well-traveled, as Mr. Sinha put it. And I'm sure he's not too far from his quizzing days at school as well. and he comes from a city which is very good at quizzing. He did his schooling in Chandigarh. It's one of India's most beautiful cities, extraordinarily well planned, and a very good quizzing culture that they have out there. So for all you know, he may have done some good school quizzing. But for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll first thank him for taking time out and being with us through the entire duration of this quiz. Dr. Aman Puri, can I request you to please deliver your version of what you think the quiz is and your views, sir?
Thank you so much. I am truly delighted to join you, Quizmaster, and Mr. Sunil Sinha, Resident Director, Tata Sons for the MENA region, the finalists of the 4th edition of the Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2021. What I understand is that the Tata Crucible was started as a key initiative in the year 2004, a year which was christened as the Century of Trust year. This reflects the thought leadership which Tata's has been well known for. I also understand that since the inception, the Crucible corporate version and the campus versions have attracted more than 77,000 teams, which is truly remarkable. In my previous assignment, I had the pleasure of engaging closely with the Tata Group, which, as many of you would know, also became the single largest employer in the manufacturing sector in the UK with the acquisition of Jaguar Land Rover in the year 2008. As you know, Tatas have been present in the UAE for over 50 years. And what is truly remarkable is to see that given the strategic importance of the region to India and to Tatas and the vast student community here, we're seeing the Dubai version, which is truly a GCC version now. And I think today's event is an example of how to convert crisis into an opportunity and how we are able to engage the young minds. India, which is a 5,000-year-old civilization comprising of 1/6 of humanity, is yearning to make its rightful contribution to the world. And engaging with such young minds, sharp, bright minds, one feels very confident that India is on the right path to make sure that we do it. What I also feel is that the Indian community here in the UAE, the 3.3 million strong community, is not only playing an extraordinary role, making significant contributions to UAE, they are also changing the perception of India in a global city. The Indian educational institutions like BITS Pilani, Amity, SP Jain, and the others are giving their American and British counterparts a run for their money. And it is very heartening to see that. And the universities are made by the students. So you, the bright students coming from these Indian institutions of excellence, are the reason why these universities are able to become world-class institutions. With these words, I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Quizmaster, who is also the mind behind the Global Awareness Program, one of India's first focused, structured knowledge enhancement program for school children. This experience has been truly humbling for me because it is really inspiring to see such young, bright minds. And this truly was an amazing and very enjoyable experience for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Puri. Truly inspiring for us to have a very young guest of honor like you. Truly, truly appreciate that. Mr. Sinha, before I quickly take you all into the digital celebration, would you want to say something at the remarkable way the competitiveness of this quiz has changed over the last 4 years?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you very much to our quiz master who has kept the interest on for so long And this property, this platform has become so worldwide, so well known. And Tata Group is known through this platform into the campuses. So thank you very much, Mr. Giri, for leading this. And we look forward to working with you on this. I also wanted to thank all the participants from different universities for their enthusiasm, for their interest in this program. And I want to congratulate the winners of today's event. Extraordinary performance, I must say. I have not seen such sharp answers in the past in Dubai. But Dubai has a track record. This particular event has a track record of sending one of the finest quizzers in the finals of Tata Group. And we hope that this year also, Hani will go, or whichever way he participates, he will make a mark. And I look forward to Hani coming back with the award, with the final award. So all the best, and thank you once again. And we look forward next year to have this program in person where lots of people will be participating. Thanks once again, Giri.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sinha. To you and Dr. Puri, if you could just hold on as we go to our digital celebration with our second runner-up here today on that tiebreaker, winning himself 2,500 AED is Shrey from SP Jain. Congratulations to you. Can we all clap for him? Well, that's a lot of money as we go to our runner-up here today on that tiebreaker. And by the previous rules of the contest, he would also go into the international final if we do have one this year. But from the New York University, Abu Dhabi campus, Ayan, congratulations to you. He wins himself 5,000 AED as our runner-up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a saying in this world, and it's 3 words that is normally used for such performances. Winnie, widdy, witchy. He came, he saw, he conquered. Hani Jamal did that today. He was absolutely brilliant in every sense of the term. 7,500 to him as he finishes the champion of what would be now the UAE version. And like our guest of honor said, it encompasses the entire GCC as of now. And who knows, it could be the entire Middle East region in different pockets. We've also had first round representation from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia. I'm not too sure about the Sultanate of Oman, but we've had participation from across. But ladies and gentlemen, truly, truly appreciate that fascinating performance by all the 3 of them. As we take this moment to thank our guest of honor, Dr. Aman Puri, truly appreciate your presence, sir. On behalf of Mr. Sunil Sinha, on behalf of everybody from the Tata Group, from me, Pig Brain, truly appreciate the time that you took out for this event. We do hope to have you as part of our entire celebration next year, like Mr. Sinha said. And it's always been customary for us to have the Consul General as our chief guest. So we do look forward to presenting this quiz to you in person when we hopefully are there next year. But for your presence here today and your lovely words, thank you and truly appreciate that. To Mr. Sinha, truly appreciate your presence, sir, and for ensuring this quiz happened. And to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, from me, Pig Brain, whether you're watching this quiz on the internet or on ZTV, a remarkable final. Hani Jamal, the champion, Ayan, the runner-up, Shrey finishing second runner-up. But on that note, from me, Pig Brain, from all of us here at Team Tata Crucible, you were watching the Dubai final for 2021. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.